Good morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for coming. We would like to have a quick kickoff to discuss the 11th annual BELCO Cup. And I'd like to welcome the representatives from the finalists, semi-finalists, for this year's event, which were the last year's best 4 teams. And I believe they were Bayless Bay, Southampton Rangers, Willocuts, and St. David's. It'll be hosted this year at St. David's and at Somerset Cricket Club. And on Sunday, May 19th, we will be having the finals at St. David's Cricket Club. Also want to note that the Bermuda Cricket Board's National Youth Academy will be the beneficiary of all entry fees and any additional donations, and especially that the umpires will be donating their fees to the National Youth Academy. I also have Neil Spate here with me, who's going to say a few words from the Bermuda Cricket Board. Thanks.
Thank you, Denton. Welcome aboard. This is your first official time of being in charge of a BELCO Cup, so I'm sure it will be an outstanding one. So I'd just like to encourage everyone to get excited about the start of our domestic season. The teams really compete hard. The BELCO Cup is an institution now, and I know it's really important for all our clubs as they battle to get a spot to secure a good semi-final berth. We've had some amazing cricket on the back of the ICC WCL3 tournament, and I couldn't think of a better way to launch a season. So please take your time, come down to Somerset St. David's on the Saturday, and what promises to be an outstanding final on May 19th. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Bayless Bay, we would like to thank again BELCO for sponsoring this event. This kicks off the season. I think many teams believe if you can get a good start in the BELCO Cup, that basically determines what's going to be the outcome for the season. So again, we look forward to being very competitive in this tournament, and hopefully we can do the same, put in the same performances we did last year. So thanks again.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me, as defending champions, any inclusions for the upcoming season? Any new players, new faces?
Yes, Trey Manders. We have about 3 or 4 players who previously played for a social club, but they did play for Bay before. We've been Reed, Trott, and Kieran. I'm trying to think. I've been so involved with the national team, I'm been a little behind as far as Bayless Bay, but with Trey Manders, I think we've got a very promising player, so he should be very exciting it would be a very exciting inclusion to my batting lineup, so I'm looking forward to playing with him on Sundays.
What's the goal for Bayless Bay this year?
Well, for me, actually for Bayless Bay, I think our intentions have shifted a bit. I think with the cycle that we saw last year with Irvin and Patrick, some of our older players, we're starting to focus more on our youth. So, we deal with being last year with a sort of young team, but we do have a lot of promising under 15. So, monies that we do raise, it is going to our youth program. So we have players from under 8s right up into the senior team, and we're investing a lot of time and our funds into that development of cricketer. If you can see that Bayless Bay has produced a lot of national cricketers, and that's really our goal. So we're doing a lot of work in that regard.
As defending champions, is there actual pressure you think? Obviously the team you beat from last season's performance.
No, I think last year we just really wanted to get the monkey off our back. I think we have more pressure not winning. Now that we're won, we know as a team that we are capable of putting in really good performances. So, people talking about, everybody's out to get us, but we have nothing to prove. At the end of the day, like I said, our main goal is really to, develop our younger players, and hopefully we can push on for more Bermuda success.
I'm Dwight Basin, the captain of the Willocuts Cricket Club, and it's a pleasure to be in the BELCO Cup once again. We was out the last 2 years in the first round, so we want to make a fresh priority to make the finals. and end up winning it. You know.
Dwight, you've lost Chris Douglas and George O'Brien Jr. Who
Yeah.
have you picked up this season?
Well, there are definitely two big shoes to fill. We've picked up Chris Foggo and our veteran bowler and Dwayne Adams. Chick Adams, yeah. Yeah. So hopefully they can fill some of the void, you know what I mean? But the some of the runs and wickets will have to be shared amongst the rest of the fellas, you know.
You came up just short last year in the league. What do you think you have to do to go one batter, maybe two batter this year?
Well, I feel that we fell short in the mental aspect of the game. You know, our troops were lacking a bit of mental toughness. So this year here, we're trying to build on that toughness to get us over the hump. You know.
How much bearing does this competition have on the rest of the season?
Well, being it's the first game on the curtain raiser, we wanna make a good account of ourselves and go out there and win it. You know what I mean? That'll show a signal to the rest of the league. You know that we mean business. I mean, no one wants to finish second. You know.
The Rangers have dominated this competition. I mean, you're aware of it. They're playing most of the finals. I think it could be a time for a shift in who wins this year.
Well. Hopefully, Rangers is not none of my business right now. I leave that to Bayless Bate to take care of Rangers. You know, our main priority right now is St. David's Cricket Club and putting my team in the finals. And whoever I meet is whoever I meet. You know, with all due respect to Rangers. Yes.
Guys, looking forward to playing against George O'Brien on Saturday.
Well, it's always a pleasure to play against some our past teammates. You know, I wish George and his family the best, and you know, he's from St. David's, so he's going back home. I know it's a long distance for him to travel to get to training like twice a week, and then play games on Saturdays and Sundays at Somerset. So, you know, I kind of feel for him. So we wish him the best, and we're definitely up for it.
Neil, this format has been around for quite some time. What's the possibility of making changes, more incentive for these teams to qualify for the BELCO Cup from the board standpoint?
Well, I think the format has worked really well, and I think it's important to recognise that it adds context. Teams, you know, battling for promotion, people's battling for third and fourth. So it is a proven format, and we're lucky to have that. I'd love to be able to extend it. You know, there are the more incentive and the more prizes, the more trophies that we can provide for all levels of cricket. You know, I'd love to be able to do that for the domestic game, and hopefully, you know, I guess with the amount of electricity bill I'm paying this year, we'll be able to have BELCO to help us a little bit more next year. So it's certainly, let's look forward to a successful tournament, and you know, if we can grow our relationships, that will help grow the sport.